In this video, we're going to go over the one-sided lower back pain muscle and how to release it for instant relief. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to focus on the muscles that tend to cause the most amount of lower back pain off to one side. And what usually causes this is because of a blend of weakness and tightness in these muscles that can further lead to strain and pain. So these exercises are going to focus on lengthening and, more importantly, strengthening these muscles for both quick and long-lasting relief. And each one of these exercises is going to target a different muscle group. To get the best results, go through them all, use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. When I personally get lower back pain off to one side, this is the first exercise that I like to do. It's going to target a muscle called the Quadratus Lumborum, or the QL, which runs pretty much from the bottom of the ribs off to the side of the spine towards the top of the pelvis. This one gives the classic one-sided lower back pain pattern. For this exercise, all we need is something to step up on, like a stair. So let's start by getting into position. What you're going to do is put the non-painful side's foot right at the edge of that step or the stair and have the painful side's foot off to the side. So I'm going to demonstrate what to do if you have right-sided lower back pain. So during this exercise, we're going to focus on trying to keep our body and back as straight as possible. So don't lean away like this into it. Instead, focus on taking the painful side's hip and driving it upward towards the ceiling as much as you can. The more that you drive up, the more that you're going to start to feel a lot of muscles engage. You should feel it around the hips right here, into the glutes, but more importantly, you should start to feel it in the lower back. Focus on feeling it right below the ribs, off to the side of the spine towards the top of your pelvis. That means that you're hitting that Quadratus Lumborum muscle. Hold this comfortably for 5 seconds, and then what you're going to do is slowly go in reverse. So you're going to move through your hip, through your pelvis, and slowly lower your foot towards the floor, but don't let it touch, just let it hover a little bit. As you do this, what you're going to feel is a deep stretch on the other side. So we're going to focus on strengthening one side and then stretching the other. That's why I like this exercise so much. But do this whole cycle going up and down for 5-second holds for 5 to 10 repetitions. But if it feels like it's helping out, you're more than welcome to throw in as many repetitions as you like. This is just a really good exercise to do every time that you go up and down the stairs. And I do recommend doing this on both sides, switching over towards the other leg right here and repeating just to keep everything in balance. So let's take this one to the next level and make sure that we keep these muscles nice and loose. We're going to do a stretch called the ballerina. Very easy to do. So again, let's say that we have right-sided lower back pain. Whatever side that you have the most amount of pain, you're going to take that leg and place over your other side's foot just like this. And if you do have balance issues, I would recommend doing this next to a wall, or at least have something that you can grab onto that will help support you. But you're going to take the hand on the non-painful side, place it right on that side's hip. The painful side's arm and hand goes overhead like this. Now you see why we call it the ballerina. From here, we're just going to lean or tilt away from the side of pain. So if it's on my right, I'm going to move through my lower back and waist and tilt towards my left side. You're going to feel a deep opening stretch. Again, focus on feeling it from the bottom of the ribs into the lower back towards the top of your hips and pelvis. This one usually feels really, really good. Once you feel that deep but comfortable stretch, you want to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds and do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Just let out as much tension as you can. From there, relax and repeat this 3 times. And if you would like to take this one to the next level, as you do this stretch, take the hand that's on the non-painful side's hip and just gently press your hips towards that painful side. This will really deepen that stretch, so build into it very slowly. So let's build off that last exercise and do one fittingly called the butt walk. This exercise is going to focus a little bit more on the glutes or the buttocks. If you're unfamiliar with the glutes, they are a main stabilizer of your hips and your back. So when they become irritated, they can cause a lot of one-sided lower back pain. So let me break down this exercise to make it a little bit easier. You're going to start seated on a floor with your legs roughly hip width apart, knees as straight as possible. You're going to take your hands, you're going to make a prayer position position and press them right into your chest like this. It will help keep the back straight. What you want to focus on doing is taking one butt cheek and lifting it upward like this as much as you can. When you can't go any further, you're going to then drive that heel forward and then lower it back towards the floor. As you do this, aim to feel the muscles around the hips right here start to engage. That would be the glutes. So let's do it now on the other side. As you do this, you're going to notice that you are now walking with your butt, but it's going to engage the glutes and the quadratus lumborum that we just focused on. It's a really good exercise to do. I like to do it about 10 times on both sides, but if you want to challenge yourself, definitely throw some more reps in. But to really take this one to the next level, when you can't go any further, what you want to do is then go in reverse. What you're going to notice is it hits the muscles just a little bit differently. So an overlooked cause of one-sided lower back pain actually comes from your legs. There's a group of muscles called the hip flexors that are right on the top of your thighs that when they become strained and inflamed can cause leg pain, groin pain, even pains going into the back. So if you're experiencing a lot of pain in this area and also the lower back, give this exercise a try. What you're going to do is lie flat on your back in bed or on a floor, whatever side that you're having the most amount of pain. Let's say it's your left side. You're going to bend your knee roughly at 90 degrees, have your knee up towards the ceiling. Take your hands, overlap them like this, and put them right on top of your leg. And what you're going to try to do is take this bent knee and press it towards your chest, but you're going to resist against it with your hands and let your hands win. The more that you press towards your chest, the more that you're going to feel those muscles right here on the top of the thigh into the groin start to fire. Hold this comfortably for 5 seconds, relax, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, challenge yourself to press into it just a little bit more. If it seems to be helping and you're getting a lot of relief, you're more than welcome to throw in as many repetitions as you like. And I do recommend throwing in a couple repetitions even if the other side doesn't hurt, just to help keep everything in balance. So let's take this exercise to the next level, engage some more muscles including the glutes, and see if we can get some more relief. So what I'm going to do this time around is have my knees bent, feet flat. What you want to do is take your hands, put them on your hips or off to your side for support. Let's start off by bracing our core muscles. It's kind of like when somebody pokes you in your stomach, how you tense up. Mimic that, it'll help protect the spine. And you also want to squeeze your glutes or your butt during this exercise to make sure that we're activating those. But you're just going to do a simple bridging exercise to begin with. So drive your heels into the bed or the floor, engage those glutes, and then lift your hips upward towards the ceiling as much as you can until your body is in a nice straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. If you're unable to get into this position because of weakness or pain, like you can only go up a little bit, do the best you can. Hopefully over time you'll gain strength and flexibility to get in this position. But you should feel a ton of muscles start to fire. The core, lower back, your butt, and your legs. Everything that helps support the lower back. Try to hold this position for about 5 seconds, relax, and then do this a couple times to get everything warmed up. But this is how we're really going to take this one to the next level and focus on these hip flexors. So after everything is warmed up, after a couple repetitions, what you want to do is get back into the bridge right here, but slowly lift one knee up like this, keep it bent at 90 degrees, and drive this knee towards your chest as much as you can until you start to feel the muscles on top of your legs right here start to fire. This one can become really challenging. Try to hold this for 3 to 5 seconds, relax, and then repeat this on the other side. So this is what I call the marching bridge. Very, I think, fun exercise to do. But try to do it about 5 to 10 times on both sides. Relax, take a breather, and then try to repeat this for a couple sets. So if you're dealing with a lot of one-sided lower back pain going from a seated to a standing position, or from bending forward and then coming back upright, the odds are it's coming from the Erector Spinae muscle group. This is a muscle group that runs the whole length of your back off to the side of the spine, and when these become irritated, they can cause a lot of one-sided lower back pain. So here's a really easy exercise that's going to help lengthen these muscles and, more importantly, strengthen them. It's called the bird dog. What we're going to do is start on all fours like this. Depending on the firmness of your mattress, you might be able to do this in bed, but it probably will be easier to do on a floor. So whatever side that you're having the most amount of pain, let's say it's the right side, what you're going to do is slowly straighten your leg at the knee while keeping the top of your foot flat on the bed or the floor. What you're going to do is just slide your foot away from you while pointing your toes away at the same time. As you do this, you should start to feel a really good stretch form in your calves that works upward into the back of your thigh, over the hamstring, into the glutes around the hips, but more importantly, into the lower back. Once you feel it in the lower back, you're going to hold this position and then slowly raise your leg up like this so it's in line with your body. In this position, you're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire. The core, around the lower back, into the hips, the glutes, but really focus on feeling it into the lower back. Once you feel that, hold this for 5 seconds. You're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this on the other side. Do this nice and slowly for about 10 repetitions on both sides. But if you would like to challenge yourself a little bit more, try to throw in another set or 2. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.